Hey, I listened to over 300 albums this year, with almost half of them being released exclusively in 2025, where I then proceeded to rate them based on my own criteria, and I'm here to share that with you. Welcome to my first long-form video where I talk about my music taste and rating and get you a little bit more insight into how I think about music. This past year I've been releasing shorts where I talk about highlighting albums from each month and then giving you my rating on those as well. Some of those ratings have changed as I've listened to an album more and more and really fallen in love with it or fallen out of love with it. But I've kind of solidified my albums for the year. First thing I want to talk about is my music rating criteria. As we all know, music is subjective. So everybody's going to have their own way of rating music and thinking about it, but I just wanted to fill you in on how I think about it, and so you can kind of take this rating session with a grain of salt. I have 5 pieces of criteria, and I'll dive into each of those and maybe a separate video, but I'll touch on them a little bit here. So first one is resonance and memorableness. And then we have arrangement and cohesion of the album, production / flow, if you're referring to like rappers and their flow. We have originality and creativity, and then finally thematics and lyrics. That is the music rating criteria, and they actually have different weights to them. So resonance, I would say, has a 30% weight. Arrangement has 25, production's 20, creativity is 15%, and then thematics is 10%. Now, also what you have to know is that for the 2025 albums, I did not actually put official ratings in for each of these albums, but I did kind of an abbreviated rating for those albums. Okay, so this audio is redacted because I wanted to change what I actually said here, and that's pretty much saying my 10 out of 10 albums have no weaknesses, but 4 to 5 strengths. My top 10s have no weaknesses, but 3 strengths. Top 20s have 1 weakness and 3 strengths. And then my top 30 have 1 weakness and 2 strengths. And you'll see that in the full reviews of them. And then I wanted to also chat today about my bottom 7 albums. And those are ones that I've rated a 1-star or lower on my rating platform. And I'll get into that in a second as well. Let's go into it and start giving you the spiel. This is a little plug for the platform called Record Club. You can find that by going to record.club is the URL. And it is a wonderful platform for rating, finding new music, making lists of all of your favorite stuff, putting stuff in the queue that you want to listen to later and come back to it. They have a cool rotation feature where you can say, hey, here's my 5 albums that I've been listening to on repeat, and you can change that whenever you want. So little plug for that. And if you want to keep up with my music taste, please go check me out on there. I will include the link to that in the description of this video. Okay, I have officially rated 140 albums or so in Record Club, and we're just going to go from the bottom of the bottom. Ranking 140 out of those is Big X the Plug with I Hope You're Happy. I don't think I need to say too much there, but he had weaknesses in resonance, thematics, production, and arrangement. Pretty much the only thing that I didn't feel like he had a weakness in was originality, because he was trying to make it work with like a country and rap like collaboration, but I just don't think it worked well. Anyways, I'm not going to touch on all these, but I'll just go through them for you. So that one I rated half a star. Bryson Tiller with The Vices is at 139. Gucci Mane with his album Episodes. Then we have Ty Dolla $ign with Tycoon at 137. This one is controversial because of her fan base, but I rated Taylor Swift, The Life of a Showgirl, 1 star out of 5. 21 Savage, What Happened to the Streets is next. And then sadly, Chance the Rapper with Starline. That one might also be controversial, but I just gave it a 1 star. Couldn't get into it. It's pretty disappointing for me. Okay, and now we have we're gonna just jump from those worst albums, the worst ones, up to the top 30. And again, I'm not gonna talk about the strengths or weaknesses. I will include them here with my rating of them. At number 30, we have Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist with Alfredo 2 at 30. Then we have Duckworth with All American F-Boy at 29. We have Jid with God Does Like Ugly at 28. Quadeca with Vanisher Horizon Scraper at 27. John Keith with Grow Wings at 26. Joe The Crux at 25. Boldy James and Nicholas Craven with Criminally Attached at number 24. We have Sir Woman's If It Doesn't at number 23. Clips with Let God Sort 'Em Out at number 22. Jack Garrett with Pillars at number 21. Let's talk about the top 20. At number 20, we have Deftones with Private Music. We have Zach Valier with Snowy at number 19. Red Veil's Sankofa at 18. Couch with Big Talk at number 17. Connor Price, About Time with number 16. Rule, Kicking My Feet album at number 15. Paris, Texas, the 2-part EPs, They Left Me with the Sword and They Left Me with the Gun. I consider those together, and so I'm going to rank that at 14. Kingfisher with the album Halcyon at number 13. We have Derby with the album Slugger at number 12. And Men I Trust with Equus Caballus at number 11. The last 10. Number 10 spot goes to McKinley Dixon with Magic Alive. Number 9 spot goes to Boldy James and Chuck Strangers with the album Token of Appreciation. Then we have number 8 spot is Geese with Getting Killed. Number 7 is Kevin Abstract with the album Blush. Number 6 is Bon Iver with Sable Fable. And then we have the top 5. And for me, Olivia Dean, The Art of Loving, falls into the 5 spot. Malcolm Todd with his self-titled album at number 4. And finally, my perfect albums from this year that I cannot get over how good they are. Number 3 is Sailor with From Florida's Finest. And number 2 is Saba and No ID with the album From the Private Collection of Saba and No ID. And finally, my top album of the year is Sir Woman, If It All Works Out. I assume some of you will disagree, but I am open to disagreement, and I want to argue. I think something that I would love to do in the future, once I have enough subscribers, is to host some streams where anybody can jump into like a Discord call and we can just debate music. As you know, music is subjective, so obviously we might not change each other's minds, but just have some civil discussion around our thoughts about music and our opinions about like why an album is not good or why an album is good, how we rate our albums, all that kind of stuff. So I think that'd be really fun to do. But yeah, drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you enjoyed this long form video. And I'm looking forward to rating some music in 2026, as well as providing some official fleshed out reviews of albums that I listen to, and see if we can get some more long form videos going. So thanks for checking in and checking me out, and I will check out from here.